Hello, everyone. My name is Padmini Nidumolu, and I'm the co-founder of Lean and Agile for Women, a platform for women in lean spaces, agile spaces to come together, to share their narratives, and to offer to the community and seek from the community in a psychologically safe setting. As part of this initiative, we launched an event called LIA100, Lean and Agile 100, and the intention of this initiative is to bring narratives from 100 women across the world. And this is 100 among many. There are many incredible women across the globe. We are introducing 100 stories to the audience as part of this initiative. So, as part of that, today we have the incredible Alinne Rosada from Indonesia. And in fact, she's our first Indonesian guest on this platform, right? Sharing her story with us. And she's also the first Indonesian LIA100 woman as well. So it's a great honor and pleasure to welcome you, Alinne. Welcome to LIA100. Thank you for giving us your time.
Hi, thank you, Padmini. It's an honor for me to involve in this big movement, in this amazing movement, and I believe that we as a human, especially, we need to support each other and inspire each other. This is very
Absolutely.
brilliant.
Thank you so much, Alinne. Let me introduce you to our audience and we'll get right into the conversation. Okay?
Sure, sure.
All right. So, Alinne has a very vast experience as a consultant in global consulting firms and dealing with senior management and executive management. She was a member of subject matter expert board for ASEAN region. It is ASEAN. That's the region in the area of organizational effectiveness. Now she's the CEO of Better&Co consulting firm and researcher for Business Agility Institute, which is a global institute. She's also the trusted advisor for several family businesses for succession planning and organization transformation. She's a co founder and co organizer of Agile HR meetup in Indonesia. That's fantastic. Alinne,
Thank you.
tell
Thank
us a
you.
little bit about what brought you into this agile space and a little bit about your background.
Oh, okay. So actually, my educational background, I am an electrical engineer. So I work with some technical things, and then after I took my master degree, I get into more managerial things, and I join a consulting firm. It's an organizational effectiveness consulting firm. So I do a lot of work for many organizations in the area of transformation, how to make them more effective, how to make the leaders more effective, how to reward people, how to make a performance management work effective and better and motivate people and around organization and people. And then I read some articles and some journals about agile. First is about uh, lean, lean startup, design thinking, scrum, and many things. And it triggered my interest to learn it more, because when I learn it more, it's really involve people and how they work in the organization to achieve their common purpose as the organization or as individual who work together. That's very interesting for me. And in many approach, it like uh, make what do you call it? Make incredible uh, point
Impacts,
to,
yeah.
yes, impact,
Yeah.
to make what currently we face an HR as an HR person, like how you do uh, leadership in the organization, when you need to choose a leader who is good in business, who is good in technical, who is good
Right.
in people, it's like you need to find a Superman, right?
Sure. Yeah, yeah,
And the
exactly.
price, yeah, and the
Yeah.
price is very high
Yes.
when it come to like per se Scrum. They spread that kind of role into the product owner, Scrum Master. So it's a lateral leadership. So it's easier for us to find the people. It's easier people to learn the capability in their area, and it makes organization faster because they can find the talent faster rather than insist for a Superman in the market, something like that.
I love that metaphor you use, Superman, right? That's yeah. I mean, that is so true, and we can't have it all, right? We can be all. In our case, Superwoman, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Some kind of superwoman.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. And that's really very relevant to most of us, right? In that situation. So, Aline, you are from, you're in fact, very close to where I came from, right? I migrated to the US from India. And I know it is not very common for, at least, until 2 decades ago, it was not very common for women to be in workforce and to be in leadership roles and to be in enabler roles, right? It just culturally it was very very hard for us to be taking that step. And I commend you, I respect you for doing what you're doing today, and stepping up to those leadership roles and having that self you know confidence. Tell us a little bit about that cultural aspect of it, and how you really stepped up, and what prompted you to take on this role in your
Okay.
organization.
Yes, that's true. And I think that issues about women equality of opportunity in the workplace is an issue not only in Indonesia, not only in Asia, but I think
Yes.
it's still an issue all over the world.
Yes. Yeah.
From my experience, at least only 20% of the top management that filled by women, yeah. It's hard to find more than that lah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Sure.
maybe in some family businesses that they give the estafette to their next generation, which is all women. Maybe that can be happen, yeah, but in the professional organization maximum is 20%, yeah. And the issues is, you are right, but what I want to highlight here is everybody has different role.
Yeah.
Everybody has their freedom to choose what kind of role that I want to take.
Yeah.
And for women like us, what is very important is know your purpose in life, know what you want, and go for it. And whether it is in the workplace or not, be firm with whatever you choose consciously. And then what we need is not only an opportunity in the workplace, but what we need is equal appreciation for
Yes.
whatever we choose, right? If we choose as a housewife and we choose it consciously, and because that's our dream, and because that's our purpose of life, we define it as our purpose
Sure. Yeah.
in life. So just go over it with all of your heart. And we are, as women, as a community of women, as a community of human being, need to appreciate whatever it is equally, whether you are a CEO or whether you are a housewife. We just need to appreciate.
True, true, absolutely. I think that's a very powerful message. No matter what you choose to do, it could be, homemaker or a professional, right?
Yeah,
Just
as long
simply
as
to
you
embrace
choose
it.
it, yeah, choose it consciously and be
Right,
firm with it, right?
right, right, right. No, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, because that's what we need to hear, right? Be more assertive. Yeah. So, in the organization, right, as you are in a leadership role, tell us some of the challenges that you might have faced, Aline, and how did you overcome them? Because I think all of us face various challenges in the organization, right? Men or women, doesn't matter, all of us have different challenges. And I think there are some challenges that we women face, in particular. It could be the gender bias. It could be there are probably not enough seats at the table to invite us, right? Maybe we are not involved in all decision making, or there is an unconscious bias, right? Period. So, have you faced them? If so, what were those challenges like?
Okay, the challenges this the challenges of woman, I think, because whatever your choice in life, you still have some role that you have to play that may be different from men. Like men can be 100% at the workplace, but as a wife, as a mother, no, you cannot. So you need to divide your time between and juggling between those
Yes.
two roles, big roles, yeah, very big roles in the office and at home. That's
Mhm.
one of the biggest challenges for women, and it will impact to the time, how you dedicate your time for working, for learning. And sometimes, not sometimes, many times, even if we manage our time correctly, still the perception of the people, the perception of community and culture is you don't have enough time to be in the professional, so I cannot give you more accountability, I
Yes.
cannot give you bigger accountability, because I understand that you have a family to take care of. Taking care of family is not an accountability of a mother only, a woman only, right? It's an equal
Yeah.
accountability between the spouse, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened. Like, and that's the first thing. Second thing's about learning, yeah, learning opportunity, because again, because of the time itself. And the third thing is about uh yeah, again, the the bias. It's a very common in a meeting, in a conversation, we as a woman not address us from our cognitive, uh, from our capability aspect, but
Right.
more in the superficial, more in the appearance. You looks good, you looks young. Yes, we may be flattered about that, because somebody said
Sure.
nice thing to us, but that's not what we need in the professional level, right?
Yeah.
We need to be heard as equal as any other one in the room, regardless we are woman or not,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense, and I think we are a little bit farther away from having that. For every woman to feel that, but I also acknowledge that we are making good strides towards that. I think great steps are being taken. Organizations and groups across the world are making conscious decision to really make that equality a reality. So I do recognize and appreciate that, and I'm sure you do too as well. So you are also the co-founder and co-organizer of a meetup, right, in Indonesia. This is Agile HR, and you hold those meetups on a cadence, right? I think every 2 weeks, I believe. So, I always ask this to everybody. Several women, want to do, especially in our space, right? Agile and lean space. I speak to several women, my colleagues, my friends. They really want to take that first step, right? They want to organize a meetup, or they want to express themselves, either in write an article, write a blog, whatever it is. But there's always an apprehension that stops them from doing that. right? It's probably their self dialogue or imposter syndrome. They just can't do it, they just can't take that first step. So tell us a little bit about how you got started with this, and how did you overcome your self doubt, right? You
Okay.
started the
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, First of all, I think about why it is important. It is very important for HR community to know about Agile, to support about Agile movement in this world. Why? Because Agile really close with the human and really close with how you work and really close to how you organize the organization from the system to the norm in the organization itself, from the mindset to the policy in the organization. So HR will play, why I said will, because currently maybe HR is not the first adopter of Agile, right? Maybe it's a new concept for HR, but will
very
play
true.
a very significant role to make or to scale up Agile in the enterprise level. You cannot scale up Agile in the enterprise level if you cannot make a policy that support it. You cannot make governance that support it. You cannot make a management system that support it. So Agile will play a significant role. That's why I want everybody in the HR area to know more and know better about Agile. That's the first thing. It's very important. It will support the Agile transformation itself.
Yes.
And what what I do to encounter whatever make me doubt is because yeah, it's part of agile mindset, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
just try first iteration. If not good, then you can refine it, you can review it, you can whatever it is. I have a good intention, is just work for it. If people cannot accept that kind of good intentions, so if you have any better idea, I will support it. That's all.
Yes.
I just want the knowledge is spread. I really believe in collective knowledge. So
Love that.
what we need is a community that is a safety environment for everybody to talk, to give idea, and we can grab a lot of fruitful discussion. We can get a lot of fruitful idea from it, and that's important because that's important. Whatever in front of me that will that's a hurdle for me, I will. Yeah, I think we can remove it together, lah. Something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I love what you said, right? Collective knowledge. That is so much more powerful than individuals. You know, it reminds me of the whole is so much powerful than some of its parts, right? As we say. So, no, that's fantastic, right? You know, we do experiments. If they fail, they fail, but take that first step. It's
Yes.
okay, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember somebody else told me, don't take yourself so seriously. It's okay, right? If you
Yeah.
fail, you fail. You know, people don't take you seriously anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, feel free, right? You know, you experiment, you iterate, and you learn, and you share.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And are there women coming forward in Indonesia right now to take up professional careers and to take up leadership roles, and how are you able to influence that journey for them, Aline?
Yeah, actually, we start to have a lot of women taking part in the more strategic area, and we have more director level, woman director level. And how can we support them? Please stop woman war. Please stop mom war, because we are women. Please stay together and fight for us together, right?
Oh,
You know, that mom war is very, very ridiculous. That woman war is very, very ridiculous for me.
yes, yes, yeah. You know, that is hands down something that we all need to keep in mind, right? You know, we have to support each other, and that's exactly what we do at Lean and Agile, right? You know, we have these spirals so we can kind of exchange, right? I offer something to you, you offer something to me, and collectively we become more powerful.
Yes,
That's
correct.
the whole premise of Lean and Agile. So what you said resonated with me, perfectly. So, as we, chat about, women and everything, right? I know that you're also the ambassador for business agility, or a researcher for business agility in Indonesia, right? Tell
Mhm,
us
mm.
about how business agility is taking prominence in Indonesia or in the organizations you work with.
Okay, from business agility itself in Indonesia, we still need to spread. We still need to be an evangelist about agile. Maybe some of people, mostly from tech people, is already aware about what is agile, but but outside of it, they are not really aware what is agile. They just translate agile into nimble. That's all, and just think about agile is making my organization slimmer so it can run faster. That's all. So they trim cut the organization, make their organization smaller, and then after that they are confused. So who gonna do this? Because because no people in the organization left to do this, because previously it done by someone else, but we already cut the organization, something like that. So there is a lot of understanding about what is agile. So that's business agility one of the business agility mission to do is spreading agile in the right terms, so people not get misconception about that. That's what we do right now. And the second thing that's really interesting is because in Indonesia we have a lot of family owned business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's quite big. And if we go into the organization, because I work with several family owned business and work with the founder, with the owner, with the top management of them, they're living the agile way, but they do not know that it is agile.
Oh, okay.
That's very interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Like one of the quote that I get and really impressive from the owner is, if don't try to fix something that is not fixed. Like you cannot fix your demand.
Right.
What you need is to adapt your production line.
Mm-hmm.
Demand is flexible, we have to accept it. Demand is fluctuative, we need to accept it. What you need to do is how to make our production plan is adaptive.
Yeah.
It's not happen in the more uh, multinational organization, because common management practices is you forecast demand and then you make a inventory level production plan following that forecast. Maybe the forecast is missed and
Right.
it's hard for them to adjust it because all the bureaucracy and blah blah blah.
Right.
But in the family business, the mindset is more agile, I think. In some, yeah, not all.
Right.
Some
Right.
family
Right. It's
business.
interesting that they don't even realize it, but it's a good problem to have, right? If
Yeah.
they're agile, that's half of the battle won. That's
Yes.
fantastic. So, no, that's a great conversation, Aline. So, as we wrap up this interview, what is a quick message you have for the community? Just share with us anything that you want to share with our audience.
Okay. One thing is about knowledge in lean, in agile, in anything of it.